pretty little babe from a small fishing village moved to the city. He falls head over heels for a gorgeous golden alpha. But this alpha always gives him the cold shoulder. The pretty one grew up in a remote fishing village. Life wasn't rich, but it was okay. His brother's relationship got exposed, so he kept girlfriend as a you and brought the pretty one along too. He ran into a childhood teacher who got him a job at the gallery. A sharp-looking woman greeted him. Even though it was his first day, he had to work right away. She told the pretty one to go downstairs and find the bowl cut guy. The pretty one quietly came up behind him. One excuse me scared the guy out of his skin. The pretty one quickly apologized, saying he was their work. Cut said it was the boss's fault for always saying they were go. The two introduced themselves and shook hands. Our job is to move these paintings upstairs. You look even skinnier than me. Can you handle it? Whatever you do, don't drop. The boss won't let either of us off the hook. Turns out our pretty one is pretty strong. After just 15 minutes, Bolcut's legs gave out. Half an hour in, he couldn't move at all. Bolcut was totally impressed with the pretty one. How can someone sus? The pretty one said, I used to work at a moving company. He handed the pretty one some water and said, take a breath. Then asked, from your accent, you're not from around here, right? The pretty one said, I just came to steal from far away. They barely got 2 words in before the woman from earlier interrupted. Work first, chat later, weaklings. She told the pretty one to carry the painting over there. Oh, Cut teased, our Nico is really something. Suddenly, the sound of dress shoes clicking Nico happily called out boss and rushed over. The two chatted pleasantly about work. The pretty one just stood there stunned. The moment he walked in, the air changed. Could he be the legendary golden alpha? A feeling he'd never had before. He couldn't help stealing glances at him. His eyes are so beautiful, they're blue. Just like the ocean back home. The pretty beta fell for the handsome alpha at first sight. But this alpha didn't seem to like him. He smiled at everyone else. Only gave the pretty one the cold. The handsome boss asked who this person was. Nicole said they were short-handed, so she brought help. The pretty one stepped forward to introduce himself. Hello, I'm Xiao Ying. The other guy didn't say anything, but the pretty one felt his unrestrained gaze. Our golden alpha's really this intense. Luckily, Nicole jumped in with work assignments. The handsome boss took bold. The pretty one let out a big sigh. Betas shouldn't have that kind of thing, right? The busy work began. The pretty one was quick and nimble. He did every job clean and sharp. Even though he looked skinny and weak, our pretty one is actually super capable. The gallery setup started taking. The pretty one was a bit mesmerized. Nicole was surprised they finished so fast. You're really efficient, thanks for the heart. The pretty one got a little shy from the praise. The teacher came by with nice snacks for everyone. She said having Ian's help really sped things up. She told everyone to fill their stomachs before getting back to work. While Bolcut and Nicole fought over rice balls, the pretty one stood quietly off to the side. The teacher asked Ian what he wanted to eat. The pretty one said whatever's left is fine. But the teacher picked out a really good rice ball and brought. Ian shyly said thank you. He looked up and locked eyes with the handsome boss's unfriendly gaze. The pretty one unconsciously looked down. This guy really seems to hate me. The teacher thanked the pretty one for his help. Go home and rest after a long day. But Nicole grabbed the pretty one's hand and shouted, Ian, can you come tomorrow too? The sudden silence made everything super awkward. The handsome boss looked unhappy. Our team works together just fine. Doesn't need him to come back tomorrow. Nicole got all worked up, saying we've been short-staffed forever. His work skills are really good. He learns fast, way more capable than Bolcut. The pretty one said he wasn't good at dealing with customers. But Nicole said it didn't matter, she just wanted him there. The pressure was on the handsome boss. The pretty one finally got home at dawn. His brother and sister were worried he came home so late. Coming back at sunrise was. His sister asked where he worked today. The pretty one helped his teacher set up an arch. He had to go back during the day to help some more. His brother worried the pretty one was too tired for work, so you should get some good sleep inside. The pretty one thought if it weren't for him, his brother and sister would have. Even though the handsome boss seems to hate going back to help one more time and earning something, and it's been a while since work felt this good. I was thinking about that cold handsome boss. The pretty one drifted into sweet dreams. Meanwhile, the handsome boss asked the teacher what her relationship with that beta was. Is she your boyfriend? The teacher said, are you crazy? He's 10 years younger than me. He's a student I used to teach. He's a good kid, really sweet. The handsome boss fell into thought. His brother's girlfriend was actually an alpha. Naturally, the beta brother got looked down on by her family. Her family wanted her to find a golden alpha. But the two of them only wanted each other, so they decided to run away from home and told the pretty one everything. They wanted him to leave with them. The pretty one lost his parents. His brother and sister became his shelter from the storm. The handsome boss's gallery was truly unique. Even the employees' clothes were so punk rock. Nicole explained the gallery's main clients were from the fashion world. To catch their eye, the staff needed to have some style. The pretty one felt a bit out of place. The teacher's panicked voice interrupted their conversation. She clearly put the book in her bag. How could it be gone? It was published by the chief editor visiting. She wanted to bring it along to bother him. Nicole said she'd go to her place to grab. But the gallery event was about to start. The pretty one volunteered, I'll go buy a new copy. Everyone agreed right away. The pretty one rushed to the bookstore. After buying the book, he flipped through it on the right back. When he got to the gallery entrance, he ran into the handsome boss. The pretty one's heart fluttered. He looks even more handsome today. He went up to say hello. Suddenly, another handsome guy interrupted. Your new flame, never seen him before. The handsome boss and the pretty one made eye contact. Then he said, don't you know my type by now? He's just a temp worker at the shop. The handsome man suddenly got interested. He immediately greeted the pretty one warmly. He even tried to carry the pretty one's back. As they headed upstairs, he reluctantly said, see you soon. The pretty one gave the book to the teacher. Good lines were underlined and pages were folded. The chief editor was grinning ear to ear. He got so happy he bought several more paintings. Nicole was even more impressed with the pretty one. She told him lots of galleries have closed down. The boss targeted people in the fashion world. He used art shows to create a social scene for them. And it was a huge success. So there's still a saying in fashion circles today. The blue-eyed golden alpha is ridiculously good at selling. Nicole's sudden move startled the pretty one. Then she asked him to watch the front desk. She was going to introduce the paintings to a pretty one watched the handsome boss working the room. Someone who could get anything so easily was working this hard. He accidentally made eye contact with the handsome boss, pretended nothing happened and turned away. The handsome man from earlier suddenly appeared and asked what was wrong. The pretty one said awkwardly, nothing. Can I help you? The man swallowed the bite and said, tell me your name. The bite the pretty one fell for the handsome alpha at first sight, but he always gave him the cold shot. But what does that matter? It just gives another handsome guy an opening. He not only praised the pretty one's name, but asked him to recommend a painting. The pretty one said he was just here to help temporarily. Looking at everyone busy around the room, the pretty one thought since he helped in paintings yesterday, he had a general idea what was. So he asked where he wanted to put it. Anything you recommend goes in my bedroom, obviously. Even innocent pretty one knew that was a lie. After the pretty one led him to a painting, the man was completely shocked. The next second he laughed, this is my painting. He quickly called the handsome boss over. He actually picked my work. He excitedly asked the pretty one. The pretty one said, I didn't know this was your painting, but it looks like it reveals everything, yet hides something at the same time. I think that's a lot like you. Honest but not completely open. The pretty one suddenly felt like he said too much. He apologized, saying that's just my personal take, don't mind it. The man stared at the pretty one. What are you doing after this ends? Before the pretty one could say anything, the handsome boss said he's 10 years younger than you, and you tried to make a move on. The pretty one was confused. I don't think I told him The show ended smoothly, everyone was exhausted. The handsome boss asked the teacher if she really read that book and highlighted it. The teacher said, I'm as busy as you are. No time for that. She curiously asked what was up with you. The pretty one said the book was too new. So he rated on the ride and drew a few lines. The teacher praised the pretty one as such a smart kid. But the handsome boss said coldly some people hate underlines and folded pages. The pretty one apologized meekly. I just wanted to leave traces of it. Even the teacher thought the handsome boss was too harsh. Young sales went up a lot. He should get a bonus, not criticized. He's someone I brought in. Do you have a problem with that? The handsome boss and the pretty one locked eyes again. Coldly anyway, he's only here temporarily. Give him whatever bonus you want. Then he said he was going to see a VIP client and left. Cut rushed over to comfort the pretty one. The boss is like that with people he doesn't know. He was worse with me back then. The pretty one really felt the handsome boss hated him. After work, the teacher drove the pretty one home. You don't paint anymore? It's a shame. I really liked your work. Felt bad for the poor kid who lost his mother. You know, why don't you live in my place and help me out? I really appreciate your work ethic. I heard you're living with your brother and sister now. If you come help me, you'd all be more comfortable. The pretty one was grateful for the teacher's help, but the teacher smiled and said, no worries, you can think it over. The pretty one thought, I'm easier. If I move out, their lives would definitely be easier. But I don't think I'm ready to separate yet. On the other side, the handsome boss was conflicted too. He picked up his phone and sent the pretty one a message. Let's meet up alone sometime. The pretty babe agreed to move into the teacher's house. Young was gentle and pretty. Besides his brother and sister, he had no close friends. After just 2 shifts at the punk style gallery, he hit it off with the 2 punks there. Cut was quite the character back in the day. He got into art school but secretly joined an underground band behind his parents' backs. He not only skipped school but got a boyfriend too. After a messy breakup, photos were sent to his family. Cut got knocked out by his dad and kicked out of the house. He lived in a practice room doing odd jobs to get. He just couldn't swallow his anger. He picked in an older guy thinking he'd be softer. Never thought he'd pull something like that. Breaking up doesn't mean you should hurt him like that. Cut was determined to get revenge. That's the punk spirit. They finally saved enough money to buy combat boots. Was told they just sold out. While pestering the clerk for the buyer's contact info, someone tapped him from behind. He turned and saw a girl asking him, how much extra would you pay to buy the shoes back? That was Cut Nicole's first meeting. The pretty one thought they met at the gallery. Turned out Nicole introduced Cut there. They were short-staffed and why the boss hired him is still a mystery. Cut said proudly, because he likes my style. Then the topic suddenly shifted. Would you like to work with us? The pretty one was stunned. That was a fast change of subject. Nicole looked annoyed. That was way too sudden. But that's what we wanted to talk about today. Are you interested in working with us? The pay is good and the boss helps out a lot. The pretty one actually really liked working at the gallery, but the boss might not be happy about it. But Nicole said the night of the event the boss asked the teacher a lot about it. If he really hated you, he wouldn't do that. The pretty one was torn again. The teacher wants me to live at her place in house, so I can't give you an answer right now. Cut said the teacher's place is seriously messy. Nicole really pushed for the pretty one to come work at the gallery. The pretty one smiled happily. He asked how Cut's revenge turned out. Nicole said she helped him out with some advice. An eye for an eye, they sent photos to his company. His life wasn't so great after that either. The pretty one praised them for doing. Nicole said she studied art against her family's wishes. She basically cut ties with them. Her previous gallery job was exhausting and paid nothing. She was about to give up when she met the boss. After that, she's been happily working at Fento. So if you join us, you'll be happy too. The pretty one finally had friends he could open up to. Everyone's been through hard times. He felt like he could find the courage to live too. In this big world, the rep who gets everything easily works hard too. Before heading to his teacher's place, the cutie stopped at a supermarket. He bought some easy-to-eat food. When he arrived at his teacher's door and knocked, no one answered for the longest. Thinking his teacher wasn't home, he opened the door himself. The second the door opened, a handsome face was right in front of him. The cutie stumbled back, startled. A pair of strong hands caught the cutie before he fell. The little beta wanted to become part of the alpha's inner circle. He even lied, claiming he actually liked guys. The cutie groceries to help out at his teacher's home. When he opened the door, he came face to face with a gorgeous. Scared him so bad. The handsome rep caught him just in time and asked what concerned you. This really freaked the cutie out. He quickly dodged away. His heart nearly jumped out of his throat. The handsome rep said with a straight face, the teacher was happy the cutie came over. Why'd you bring so much stuff? The cutie said he noticed the juice and milk were running low. Listening to them chat, the handsome rep sighed alone on the couch. Then he heard the cutie say he'd move in to help the teacher. This made the teacher super happy. The cutie felt a bit embarrassed and said he'd go clean up. The handsome rep overheard and looked thoughtful. The teacher asked the rep, "You're really invested in Shushu's exhibition, huh?" The handsome rep said with affection. After all, Shushu is very special. The cutie's heart skipped a beat. Shoshu that the handsome rep likes him so much. Worked on, the cutie said goodbye to everyone. The teacher asked, can you come help with the gallery on Saturday? The rep wants to speed up the next exhibition. The cutie wondered, is the next one for the Shosha? He said he had nothing on Saturday and could come. Then the teacher said the rep was leaving too. Give Yixian a ride. The cutie declined, I can just take the bus. But the handsome rep got up and said, Cody, let's go. The quiet, awkward atmosphere in the car. The cutie was about to say something to break the tension when he heard the handsome rep say, I heard you study painting with the teacher. For a year when I was in 4th grade. Next thing he knew, the handsome rep said, I'm against you moving into her place. You two haven't been in touch for years. No different from strangers. The teacher doesn't plan to listen to me. So I wanted to talk to you directly. I want her to be safe and happy, okay? The cutie felt a pang in his chest, so that's the kind of person he is. To protect his own people, he doesn't care about anyone else's feelings. And I'm not one of his people. Before getting out, he said, you don't need to worry. Because I like guys. When the cutie got home, his hands were still shaking. Good to everyone at Phantom. Will I ever become one of his people? His sister said, why aren't you going inside, kiddo? Good boys go wash up and get to bed. The cutie didn't feel like a good boy. He just lied to the handsome rep about liking guys. Suddenly his heart started racing. And why do I care so much about that guy? I even want to become one of his people. Do I have some kind of problem? The next second the handsome rep appeared behind him saying, you don't. You just want to become someone special to me. The gorgeous golden alpha mistook the pretty beta for an omega. First you won't let him move into the teacher. Then he says his admirer isn't right for him. Your little crush is showing. The cutie used to be so gloomy. But ever since Phantom helped out. When the cutie told everyone he was moving to his teacher's place, Uni really hoped Yixian could come work with them. Their conversation was suddenly interrupted by grief. The handsome guy who was flirting with the cutie showed up. Uni asked surprised, didn't the rep go to a business dinner? The handsome rep pretended to sigh, he dragged me here. Cutie remembered the dream from the night before. His heart nearly jumped out of his chest. The handsome guy wasn't having it. You followed me here yourself. You even ditched the business dinner. Yixian, haven't seen you in days. How have you been? Guy teased using dinner as an excuse, but really here to see Yixian, huh? The handsome rep's expression was hard to read. The handsome guy kept flirting over dinner. Can I call Yixian? I'm Choenyu, you can call me Inyu. The bull cut guy cracked up. You could be his uncle. Uni said calling him writer is weird. This works better. The handsome guy asked, then why do you call Shushu rep? Because the rep and Shushu have a personal Hearing Shushu's name, the cutie snuck a glance at the guy across from him. The one the rep said was very special. The handsome rep spoke up, why make him call you that, you weirdo? But the cutie said calling him Inyu was fine. The guy suddenly asked, Yixian, you're an alpha, right? The cutie was about to say no when the handsome rep broke into a smile. The cutie's heart started racing at that smile. An omega, there's no way I wouldn't recognize one. But the cutie said, I'm not an omega either. That shocked the handsome rep. No one expected the cutie was actually a beta. The handsome guy said, we both guessed wrong. He teased the rep. Even a golden alpha like you can be wrong. The cutie couldn't figure out why they were guessing. The dinner ended happily. The cutie felt strangely good. He stumbled and nearly fell. The pain he expected never came. He grinned like an idiot at the handsome rep holding his hand. The handsome rep not only walked the cutie home, he just walked right in like he owned the place. Grabbed a bottle of water and sat down casually. I want you to come work at Phantom. The cutie didn't get why he suddenly changed his mind. The handsome rep made excuse, I just see you have a good work ethic. Staff wants you to work with us too. Is it because I'm not an omega that you're asking me? The handsome rep said, are you sure you're really not an omega? If you said you're a beta just to avoid trouble, you don't have to. The cutie didn't know how to explain. I've been a beta since birth. The handsome rep released his pheromones to check. The cutie shouldn't have smelled anything. He wondered why the rep had this fragrance. The handsome rep thought he was losing it. Got up to leave. Before going, you said Choini isn't good boyfriend material. The cutie asked, so are you a good guy rep? What's so great about being handsome and a golden alpha? How can you treat a kind beta like this? 1 second he's jealous of his friend. Koinyu isn't good boyfriend material. When asked if he's a good guy, the handsome rep scoffed, I've never seen one. He also said you don't have much dating experience. Koinyu said seriously. Finally said smugly, even if you liked him, I can't stop. The cutie wondered, does the rep think he's a bad guy? Or was he hurt by a bad guy before? The cutie accepted the invitation to work at Phantom. Everything was promoting Shushu's exhibition, including an introduction written by the rep himself. Yuni said Shushu and the rep are really close. The bold cut guy suddenly complained the exhibition title was way too much. Artwork by alphas and omegas. Are those people ashamed of being beta? The cutie asked, is Shushu an omega? A golden omega and really good looking too. He used to be a dancer and was super popular, so some critics deliberately put him down. The cutie was surprised the writer used to be a dancer. The bold cut guy said he had a bright future but injured his leg. Yuni suddenly pulled out a bag and asked the cutie to try it on. Said it was a welcome gift for Yixi. From the shop she and the bold cut guy run together. The cutie shyly changed into the new clothes. Yuni thought her taste was perfect. Looks great on you. The cutie said he loved stripes and thanked them. The two said the cutie was tall and handsome enough to be a model. They even invited him to model for their shop. The cutie worried he wasn't up for it. The bold cut guy said no problem, it'll be fun. But the cutie found time to go upstairs and see Shushu's work. The whole space was in black and white. Suddenly a voice came from behind. Choi and you said your interpretation is better than most critics. I'm curious what you think of these pieces. The cutie said I don't see the artist in the work. I only see myself. Looking at these paintings makes me want to paint. The cutie thought he was being weird. He'd been avoiding painting all this time. But today he said it so easily. If I painted, if I had an exhibition, would he write an introduction for me? What would he write about me? The cutie's comment, your color is unique. Totally stunned the handsome rat. Shoshu's arrival was like a celebrity's. Camera flashes going off non-stop. The cutie watched from afar. The bold cut guy said pretty gorgeous. Writer Shoshu is basically half celebrity. As they talked, the rep walked over. With a bright smile, he brought Shushu into the gallery. The cutie felt a twinge. What's going on? In the office, everyone was chatting away. The handsome rep handed over a box of chocolate. So calm your nerves. You're our gallery's most important artist. Shushu invited everyone to share. Then he noticed the infamy. So he asked who that was. The cutie was about to introduce himself. The handsome rep said coldly, Xu Yixang, go outside. The handsome rep actually apologized to the cutie. Even asked if he had anyone he liked. And took gorgeous photos of the cutie. Last time the handsome rep coldly told the cutie to leave. Everyone was stunned. How could he say that? Shushu said he's not that shy anymore. The teacher stepped in to introduce him. Sorry. This is our new staff member Xu Yixing. Shushu introduced himself too and said the rep was rude just now. He wasn't like that before. The cutie didn't blame the rep. He was even jealous of how protective he was of Shushu. Yuni jumped in to assign tasks. Everyone relaxed from the awkward vibe. Before leaving, the rep snuck a glance at the cutie. The bull guy told the cutie not to take it personally. The rep is just super protective of writer Shushu. Shushu's been adored since child. Whilst being so good looking, he attracted a lot of attention. The cutie also thought Shushu seemed like a celebrity. The quiet cutie actually envied everyone. He couldn't help wanting to be part of this. The handsome rep's face always made his heart race. The cutie asked his sister, the company might send me to Hong Kong in a few days. Will it affect you and your husband? His sister patted his head affectionately. Go ahead. If my dad wanted to find me, he would come around. Even if he wants revenge, it'll be on me. His sister sighed. You're all grown up going on business trip. The cutie never imagined he'd actually become a model and get put the handsome rep place for Shushu. The cutie was so shy he didn't know what to do with his hands. Suddenly he heard the handsome rep's voice. Give me the camera. Let me take one too. The cutie's body instantly froze. This happiness came so suddenly. The handsome rep told the cutie to sit on the floor, legs stretched. Hands behind you, lean your upper body back a bit. Lift your chin, eyes down. The cutie thought the directions were way clearer than Yuni's. Except the distance seemed a little too so close he couldn't look at the camera. The handsome rep suddenly asked, you settling in at work? Thanks for last time, and sorry. Before the cutie's heart could jump out, the handsome rep asked, do you like anyone? Imagine that person confessing to you. He kept clicking the shutter as he spoke. Then he said happily, I think I got some really good shots. Turns out the handsome rep and the cutie's connection started when he was 16. A happy dinner after the shoot. Yuni looked at the beautiful photos in the camera. You scanned Yixian from head to toe. The cut guy joked the vibe was way too romantic. The handsome rep said calmly, I get really into my photography. The cutie's face turned bright, they sure know how to talk. The handsome rep said bluntly, have really proportion. I've noticed much before when you wore long pants. The cutie was touched, but figured he just saw him as a subject. Yuni said even though Yixian has a great rep, you can't go after him. Don't even think about it. A handsome rep laughed. What dream? The one your wild imagination. The bull cut guy added, it's fine. Yixian isn't the rep's type. Yuni jumped. The rep likes the big muscular type. The bull cut guy was all over that gossip. Questioner explained. Showing up at my place doesn't mean they're my partner. When the cutie glanced at the handsome rep, he caught him looking back. The cutie figured it was just his imagination. The handsome rep warned him to stop talking nonsense. If I really played around, I wouldn't be so frustrated. Cut guy and Yuni thought the rep was acting weird. They asked the cutie what he thought. The cutie quickly set the record straight. Everyone laughed hard at that. Seeing the handsome rep smile, the cutie was even more smitten. He loved these after-work picnics. The cutie wanted to go change and take off his makeup. The handsome rep said, use the guest bathroom, whatever you need. After thanking him, the cutie jogged into the house. The room was quiet and beautiful. Like Alice in